What's up? What's up? It's your boy Kris KeyZ. And I'm back with another video, and today we're going to talk about all the new Logic features that came with the new 12.3 update. I'm going to go over a lot of the features that I'm familiar with, but also we're going to get a live look at some of the new updates and features live, first on hand. So we're going to dive right in and let's see what all it has to offer. Now, the first thing when you pull up your Logic session, the first thing we're going to go on, and I've done a whole video on this, is the Kalani session. And to do that, you can press your O button or go to your up here at the little tab up here at the top. But go down here to where it says get more sounds, and there's more than one way to do that. But that's just the way I like to do it. And if you want to go in, you can start. They have the Kalani session for you right here at the top. And just double click on it. And you can hit install. And I've already installed that already. But once you have it installed, next all you have to do is go over here to Logic Profile, go to new from template. That's what I like to do. Don't save here. And then you go to your files over here to demo projects, and just double click on your Logic, the Kalani project from right there, and it'll tell you if you don't have I don't have the M1 on this older computer here, but yeah, you just double click on the session and bam, you have the whole session. And I've done a whole video on this. Be sure to hit the link below. I go through every single one of these tracks on this session. I talk about the color coordination, how you can take little tips and tricks from this session to add to your production, and also go through all the stems. Once again, you see all the violin packs, all the trumpets that are on here. So I think it might be over 140, 150 different tracks that I personally went through on this session right here. So massive session right here. All right, the next thing we're going to do is, if you go back to your O tab, or if you go down here to get more sounds once again, and like I said, guys, there's more than one way. That's why I like Logic. There's so many ways to do it. You can go over here to Logic and go to Sound Library, which is the exact same thing. If I close this out, go to Logic Pro Sound Library. It's the exact same thing. But the new 12.3, what they have here is the Granular Alchemy synth pack. Now, this is something I haven't personally downloaded yet. So once you double click on that, you just press the Get button, and it'll start downloading your sounds for you. So as soon as that download, let's open it up and see what we got. All right, bet. So we got a Granular Alchemy synth pack installed. And once you said it's installed here, you can see it. You can actually preview it, but it kind of gives you an idea of what's to expect. So we're going to be looking at 45 different samples, over 180 loops. So I'm excited about that. So let's pull that up and see what we got. So once again, let me just pull up a new session here. So once again, once you have your session pulled up, just go back over here to your sound pack and go over here to your sound packs at the top. And you should be over here to go to now your Alchemy sound pack. Let's find it here. Granular Alchemy right here. Boom. And here's all your new samples right here. So you can scroll through. And I don't always start at the top. That's just my little thing. But here's an idea of the sounds that you get in that pack. So if you're into these type of sounds, or feel creative, feel like you want to manipulate some of these sounds, this is what it's for. All right, now to backdoor this sound pack right here, since we're on the Alchemy mode or vibes, the next feature in the update that they have is the new Alchemy. I'm sorry, the Alchemy is not new, but they added a new sync feature. So let's go over that really quickly. So to do that, what we're going to do is just add a new track. And then you go down here to, or let's do it this way. Let's just add a new MIDI track. And from there, we're going to go to synthesizers and go to Alchemy. All right, so you're going to have your regular Alchemy that pulls up. But what's cool with this one now is, let's just pull in a loop, say from our library over here. Okay, let's find something. Which you can put anything in there. So we can just go with this one for now. So what you do is you drag your sample over here, and I put it in A, and just drag it to the granular section. So they have 4 different sections. So you have to make sure you put it in the granular section there. And let me just go to A. We're going to turn all this off here. Turn B off, turn C and D off. Let's just focus on A. You can stack 4 different layers. But when you have your granular mode put in, and I don't have a MIDI device hooked up, so I'm just going to pull Command K to pull up a little keyboard here. And let's turn this up so we can hear it. And it's very low right now, but you can kind of hear the sample already being manipulated. Here's the sample. Sorry, go to granular mode. And you can change the different position that you want the sample to start at. You can change the speed. But you just start affecting, it's just basically a way to manipulate a sample. And like I say, you can change the sample speed. You can go down here and change the different taps. See, it just gets a little layered there for you. And once again, you can go in and manipulate. You can add more sounds. You have, like I said, 4 different sounds. You can go in and change it from continuous to, do you want to go like forward and back? More of a sample, kind of like give it that reverse forward and back. But once again, this is the granular. All you have to do is just drag your sample in. And just like I said, you have the addictive, the spectral sampler, and then the granular. Just drop it in the granular mode. And then once again, you press the synth over here. This is the new feature where it kind of gives you just a different vibe, a different texture, feel that you can add to it. So definitely something to play with. And I'll probably be doing some more videos on this one to just show you a little bit how to work the granular, the Alchemy with the new features. All right, so boom, let's go to the next feature here. The next feature I want to point out is the grid lines. So you can kind of see it a little bit on mine already, but if you go to File over here, your Logic Pro settings, and you go to View, and then you go to Tracks, they give you an option over here now in the grid lines where you can change the different settings. Now I already have mine set, but let's just say I didn't have it set. You have the different options where you can go background and foreground. So if I wanted my lines in the front, and let me just pull in a sample and I can show you really quickly. Let me just pull in, let me go to something else, a different pack here. I like the Flex and Flow pack, it has some cool stuff. Let's get something, here we go. This will work. So I'm gonna just drag this, if it'll let me here. Yeah, we'll import it tempo for now because I'll show you. This will be perfect. So, so we drag our sample in, and you can see the grid lines because I have it on the foreground. You can see the lines going over the sample here, over the purple line. If I put it in the background, you'll see, watch the lines disappear over the purple line there. Boom. So that's an option there. You can choose the foreground or the background. And then also you have the different color schemes that you can do. So if you want, just change it from automatic here. Let me move this up some. All right, change this from automatic. And then you get your options here where you can change the horizontal and vertical lines to black or white. So I like the horizontal lines to be black, which you can see kind of fading in and out. If I go to white, you can see how they move in and out. And you can do the same thing with vertical. Do you want black lines, vertical lines? Do you want to go with 2 white lines, a mixture of both? So it's up to you to tweak it however you like. So very cool. Thank you for having that Logic. That's one of my top features there, is the grid lines. Now the next thing is we're going to talk about is the flex time. So we've had flex time in Smart Tempo for quite some time, but I've never really, I feel like you always have to do a little bit too much manipulating on it. So let's just take the sample we dropped in. We're at 144 BPM. So one thing we could do, like if I wanted to pull in another sample, let me just pull something up here. So that we're at 144 BPM right now, right? So if I wanted to pull in a sample, say at 135 BPM, it's not going to line up, right? You can hear it all, right? Okay. So now what Logic has added is you can go ahead and change your settings where you can go up here to keep tempo. It's a couple ways to do this again, but this is the way I like to do it. You can just press your keep tempo up here at the top and go down to where it says Smart Tempo Project Settings. And under this tab, they give you an option under Default and Flex Smart Tempo and Region Settings where you can change your flex time. So for new recordings, you can change your flex time for it to be off. You can turn your flex time on with the Smart Tempo off. You can do the flex time on, the Smart Tempo on, flex time with the Smart Tempo on, and plus align bars. You can do the flex tempo on with the smart time on and align bars and the beats on. So I personally like to put it all the way at the bottom. And you can do the same thing for your imported files. Since I'm importing a file, we're going to put the same settings on here, flex on with the smart tempo on. And then I'm also going to put the trim on. So what this does is sometimes when you have a sample that you drop in, sometimes depending on maybe the bit rate or how they record it, it's a little bit of space in there sometimes. So what this is going to do is just automatically use, I guess, AI and trim any dead space before that sample comes on, so it'll, smoothly line up. All right, so now that you have this on, let's go back and we could use this same sample, and if we drag it in now, it should line up to our beat. So let's play it here. So it goes right on, it just fits right in. So that's the beautiful thing about having the new feature on the flex time. And just as a bonus tip, I've showed this in another video. Be sure to click the link below. I give a full breakdown on the flex time, different things that you can do. But you can easily go in here to your regions tab as well. And you can manipulate, once again, kind of like the same thing I did in the settings tab. You can turn the smart tempo off, which is going to adjust the sample again. And then you can also change the file tempo to whatever you want. So kind of cool feature. I do like that feature there. So very cool. All right, now next thing we have is the Chord ID, which has been around for a while. But if you don't have the Chord ID, or if you want to know how to do that, just go up here to the top, click your drop down menu right here, and usually it might not be clicked, but if you double click up here, you can see the chord right up here, and then just add your chord tab down here, and from there you'll be able to, like, if I drop in a sample, it will easily detect the chord. So if you might not be a full keyboard player or no chords or whatever, but let me find a sample here. Here we go. So if I drop that in, boom, you see your chords instantly get updated there. And once again, if you don't have it, just drop your chords at the top. Just scroll. Say I had another sample and I wanted the chords too. All you have to do is just drag your sample up here to your chord section, and it'll just give you the chords again that way. So another cool feature. Once again, just drag up, boom, it give you the chords. All right. So that's your Chord ID right there. One last feature that I have for you. Let me see. Is that everything? I think that's all the feature. Oh, I'm sorry. No. The only feature the left now is the beat breaker. So let me close this up a little bit. So the last feature here is the beat breaker, which I'll use on what I already have going. So I have my beat going. So I really like the beat breaker, and once again, I've done videos on this. You can check it out by hitting the links below. But say I'm on this this bell pad here. If I want to manipulate this sample and make it more interesting, play with some ideas, maybe find some inspiration. If you feel like you have writer's block or beats block, and you can't create, go ahead and try add a beat breaker and see what happens. And to do that, just go over here to where's it at here? I've been working with so much stuff. To do that, go over here to where is it? Multi effects. Sorry, couldn't find there. Multi effects, and go to beat breaker and go to stereo. Once again, this is all 100% live of me doing this. And let me delete some of these so we can see. All right, so if I play it now and I have beat breaker on my sample or as an effect, I'm now in a position to start manipulating the sample. So the new features that they have on beat breaker is your repeat, you have the cutoff, you have the volume and the pan, as well as a whole bunch of presets. And I went down below how you can find like the hidden sounds in beat breaker and features that a lot of people just aren't aware of. Just go back and watch my other videos. But for this video, beat breaker, if I play the sample and say I can go to repeat, I can now get in here and go to each section and start, say, drag up or down and start adding a little bit more feel. So we can play. I just dragged it down a little bit, drag it up. I can mess with the cutoff by going over here to this feature. Hey, that's fire right here. And I can double click at the top if I want to add or delete a section. I can mess with the slope, the curve, so once again, this is if I wanted to slope. And I'm just randomly doing some stuff here. Mess with the pan. And all you're doing just sliding up or down. And once again, I've gone over more features where you can add more bars, as well as they have this dice feature here where if I just want to randomly play some stuff, then I can click this little dice feature here. And I can do that with any part of the different effects, the cutoff, the repeat, hey, see. And once again, you could do that on any one of your samples. I can do the same thing on the drums as well. So if I just randomly play some stuff on the drums, once again, instantly, if you're listening, instantly gives you a different vibe and a different thought process of how you would like to create, you know. And sometimes I personally don't think it always needs a lot of different, you know, manipulation when you're using beat breaker. Maybe just one or two subtle things can be just what you need to be to give your listeners or your fans something that's a little bit more pleasing to their ears. But overall, guys, this is the complete guide to the new updates in Logic 12.3. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what your favorite features are and what you like most about the new updates. But until next time, don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe, and that notification bell so you can be aware every time I go live and drop a new video. All right, until next time, y'all be safe. Love y'all. Peace.